Hello everyone, this video is going to be a demonstration to set up a Fivetran managed data lake for Azure's data lake storage. From my account, I can click on Destinations, Add Destination, and click on Azure's data lake storage. I'll call this our demo video and click Add. This is as simple as it gets as far as creating your managed data lake service. And on the right hand side here, we have the setup guide that you can follow. I've already gone through creating a storage account, registering an application, and adding my service principal. So we're going to basically start at adding my container name. If you go to Azure, you can see I already have my storage account. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to paste that in my storage account name. I also already have tenant ID, client ID, and secret value, which I'm going to paste in from this other screen. The only thing I need to do now is create a container. So let's do that. I'm going to go into the container section of my storage account. I'm going to add a container. We'll call this demo video container. And let's change these to hyphens because Azure would prefer hyphens. I can select my anonymous access level. However, I'm just going to go with private. And if I wanted to add encryption, I could add that as well. But for the sake of the demonstration, I'm just going to create. Here is my new container. And you'll see there's nothing here. I'm going to copy this name. I'm going to add this to my container name. And I do have to add a prefix. I'll call it data lake. On top of Fivetran providing you with a Fivetran Iceberg REST catalog, you could also have Fivetran update the Databricks Unity catalog. In the case that you wanted to use this feature, you could fill out authentication steps for how we would connect to Databricks so that we could update it for you. But for the sake of the demonstration, I'm going to turn this off. I could also choose my snapshot retention period, although it's unnecessary for me to really do anything more than 1 week. And I could also choose the cloud provider and region of my choice. I'm going to keep this as close to my bucket as possible. And now that I've filled out everything, I can go ahead and hit save and test. Looks like I was putting in the wrong key here. Let's try that one instead. All right, all my connection tests have passed. Let's go ahead and create my first connector. If I add connection here, I can add anything from Salesforce to SQL Server or all my marketing apps. For the sake of the demo, I'll try my Fivetran platform and we'll save and test this. All right, I don't need to configure anything else. I'm just going to go ahead and sync this data. And just so you can see here, Fivetran has already created my data lake for me and a setup test folder. And pretty soon we'll see the Fivetran log here as well. While we're here, I'll mention that the Azure Data Lake destination also comes with a Fivetran Iceberg REST catalog. You can see it's hosted here. I have my catalog ID, my client ID, and my client secret. This will allow Snowflake or other analytics tools or query engines to access my Iceberg tables for other use cases. However, the data is coming through in multi-format. So in the case that your query engine can only read from Delta, or you would prefer to standardize on Delta Lake, we also write it in that format. Let's take a look at my connector and see what happened. I was able to finish loading in about 18 seconds. If I hit a refresh here, you'll see there's my Fivetran log connector, all of my tables. And as I was mentioning, I have my Delta logs. I have my actual data. And I have my metadata for Iceberg. All right, that's it from this time. We appreciate it. Have a good one.